PK in the universe, and today I'm here to talk about Scott Pilgrim vs. the World on PS4. This is a game I purchased at BestBuy.com, and it was during a 2-hour flash sale where it was going for $9.99. I couldn't believe it was going for 10 bucks. That's insane. A fellow YouTuber, Mighty Q-Dog, had tagged me. I think Wario64 had posted something about it. And so I snagged one of these bad boys, and I'm super happy to get this in my collection. I didn't make this video just to brag about that I got a game for 10 bucks. I actually, technically speaking, got it for $5.30 because I had a coupon, so it really is the best deal I've ever gotten. But I didn't actually make this video just to tell you guys about this. I wanted to tell you guys about something else that I noticed that I don't hear a lot of people talk about in regards to this game. So, full disclosure, guys, I have actually pre-ordered Scott Pilgrim vs. the World from Limited Run Games, the Switch CE version. So, now, did I need this? Well, you know, I still haven't gotten that version yet because I was an idiot and bundled it with the vinyl. And the vinyl was supposed to come out in August of this year, but is delayed till Q1, supposedly, of 2022. Who knows when we'll really get it? You know, and so I spent over $100 to get this game and that vinyl, and I'm kind of frustrated about it because, hey, you know, the reason I wanted the vinyl was because Anamanaguchi, who is the band who did the soundtrack, you know, I wanted to support that, and you know, and also why I got the CE edition, because it comes with the CD and everything, you know, and the idea of them getting paid, you know, is why I did that. So why did I buy this? I mean, why do I really need this? You know, I could have bought the game digitally. Well, the thing is, that game, digitally speaking, is I've never seen it go any lower than $7.50. So this was, I thought, a steal. But there's something that bothers me about this, and that's what I want to get into, is something that really, really bothers me about this. Now, something I had heard, at least I had heard in the past, is the fact that, and at least they've been talking about this since the beginning of when this game came back to digital stores. I actually have this game digitally on PS3. I never got the DLC, and that's something that really bummed me out. So I was really excited when this came back to digital stores for more modern platforms such as PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, and Steam, is the fact that I never got the DLC. So, you know, I never got Knives and got to play as Wallace. Well, when this game came to digital stores, you know, you got Wallace right out of the box, no problem. But Knives, you had to create an Ubisoft account. Is it Ubisoft or Ubisoft? I call it Ubisoft. Tell me, what do you guys think how that's pronounced? Tell me in the comments section. Anyways, so to get Knives, you have to create an Ubisoft account, which I thought was really strange. And then I'm like, well, is Limited Run going to do that with their physical version, or will Knives be included on this physical disc? That is something I was wondering. And then when the physical discs finally came out and people got them in their hands, or the Switch version or whatever, yeah, you still had to create an Ubisoft account, which frustrated a lot of people, and people made videos about this and talked about it on Twitter, and I was like, that's really disappointing. This is not a complete edition. This is a lie. You know, it's just, it might as well be, you know, it's the almost complete edition, but you have to have an Ubisoft account and you have to connect to the internet. So, anyways, so I got this game, and I put it in my PS4, and something strange happened. When I put my disc in there, you know, it uploaded the thing to the system. In fact, my son basically grabbed the game from me and put the disc in. He was really excited to play this because we had played this on PS3 quite a while back, and he was really excited to play it again. One thing I noticed immediately is that Knives was already playable from the get-go. I'm like, wait a minute, that's strange. Why is that happening? I was like, Knives should not be on the disc. That doesn't make sense, because everybody's told me. I'm like, am I spreading misinformation? This doesn't make any sense. I don't have an Ubisoft account. How can this be? And I'm like, am I losing my mind here? Have I been, you know, lying to people or whatever, or just spreading what I heard? And I'm like, well, that'll teach me a lesson. But then I'm like, I got to confirm this with other people. So I talked to my good friend Super Nintendo, and he actually had done the same thing. He had got this during the flash sale because I had informed him about it too. And I was like, anyways, he put it in his PS5 and he could confirm no Knives. I'm like, so how do I have Knives on here? This doesn't make sense. I've never created an Ubisoft account that I know of. And then I remembered back in the day, had played a game called Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I remember playing the crap out of this. And one of the special things about this particular game is you had to create a Uplay account. I'm like, what's a Uplay account? Well, Uplay was the original Ubisoft account that it predates Ubisoft accounts. Well, what happened later on is Ubisoft decided to take the Uplay, the existing format they had for online play, and they rebranded it Ubisoft accounts instead of Uplay. So over 10 years ago, basically, I created an Ubisoft account and connected it to my PSN ID and did not realize it. So basically, the nice thing about if you've already created an Ubisoft account or Uplay account from back in the day, and it's connected to your PlayStation Network name, you don't actually have to go through all the trouble. It'll just automatically do it for you. So yeah, this game is still technically incomplete unless, as long as, what if Ubisoft servers shut down someday? What if Uplay doesn't exist? Then you wouldn't get this, I guess. So, but anyways, that's something I've noticed because I've heard people online, say, oh, I had knives, ready at the get-go. So I don't know why the people are having this problem. Well, and that's because their account, they probably don't realize is connected to an old Ubisoft account or Uplay account. So anyway, so that's why I wanted to make this video, because I was like, do people actually know this? So I thought that was really interesting. Yeah, so Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the physical copy, is still the incomplete edition, because it does not have knives physically on this disc. So that's something I wanted to make a video about because it's something I've never heard anybody else talk about. So anyways, what are your thoughts? Is this something you knew? That, you probably may have known that you needed an Ubisoft account to have knives unlockable, but maybe you didn't know that you don't have to if you already have an account connected to it. So anyways, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you think what Limited Run did was really shady? You think about how, remember the game Celeste, when they made the physical version in 2018, they made sure they had all the DLC and everything that was possible. It was an actual complete game, where they didn't do that with this game, which is literally their best, most successful game ever that they've ever published. So you would think they'd put the type of quality and care in that. So anyways, what are your thoughts on Limited Run, what they did here? Does this bother you, or does this make you not want to buy this version since it's not 100% a physical game that's complete? Comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay awesome in this universe. Thanks.